kick it off with Don Dada, setting his clothes on fire. Guys,
I see what you did.
Girl.
I see what you did
I came with
there.
it. I came cooking. I came with it.
featuring Nadia Nakai.
You get what I mean?
You can take out a banger, girl.
I'll look into it. I'll talk to my management and my people will talk to her people.
You know what I mean?
But bring it back. I almost said so Nadia Nakai was but anyway, bring it back to it, man. Don Dada. So in case you don't know who he is, he's like a social media sensation. He's a culture curator. He is the people's person. I think he's got one of the most expensive smiles in our country. He's just that guy. And I mean, because his mouth is full of gold. But he's like, we also know him because of the show Skhothane on Mzansi Magic. They had like a reality show. And then they like a crew. Material. So that's why I material Don Dada. And he spends the whole material, mama. So what we know about him is that in the South African community, to be exact, if you have or are part of Skhothane, you rock a few prominent labels, right? It has to be Kavela, has to be Irosmada. So it's Rosmoda, it's Kavela, it's DMD. That's one of the most prominent labels if with Skhothane. I don't know the others, but these ones I know, they're one of the most prominent. And Rosmoda being is it that shoe that were like square corner?
Yeah, painted
like
one.
a small square at the top, yeah.
Okay. So what we know is that Material Don Dada had an endorsement, and this is crazy because when you look more into it, it doesn't seem like it was like an affiliation. But let me just go into it. So there are like some really beautiful pieces by DMD. So there's a DMD backpack, right? That is like a signature collection by Don Dada. So he had like a DMD backpack, and the floral ones. He had like a specific line that was Don Dada, like written Don Dada, even the backpack.
So it was a collaboration.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So that's that you're gonna like what I'm about to say, right? Okay. And this is where the fire starts. No pun intended. So he drops that line, Giddy Cool Bag, it's in colorful, with Don Dada, DMD, like I'll show you guys the pictures. And then after that, they were like Dikiba, right? And there were also some things that he also like collaborated with Little Rosmoda, right? And then he goes out on a social media and YouTube rant. He's like, I'm breaking off any affiliation I have with this brand, right? So the little boys that look up to him and like a guy see that dress like Skhothane way, like the vibe, made a video. And they're like, if you got money, it's F le brand,
sure.
So manje yabona sengitwadle Elise, angisadlali manje lena yabo. You had to talk, angisagcoki Rosie, yabo. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So now obviously you need to like dig and find out why is he so mad? So he was like, so he just made a video breaking his affiliation to the brands, and then that's what he said. And then a day after, he set them alight. He took a video, put them on fire, and he set them alight. And people were like, he's like, I gave some of them away, but the signature pieces I burned. And then people were like, but you could have given them to homeless people. I don't know. The general ones that I bought with my money, I gave them to people. Yeah. But I'm only burning my signature line ones, right? And then people were outraged. Like, what's the big deal? Don Dada allegedly has never seen a cent of imali from all those collaborations. Yes. Not even 10 cents or 5 cents.
Yeah.
One, he's reached out to the brands on countless occasions, and he decided to say, you know what, to hell with this. And now the streets that he influences, because he's a culture king, in as much as in his own right he is. So the boys are angry. They're saying, if utele Latina, because if there's something unspoken about Ikasi language, is if whoever we respect is for a reason. So if you disrespect them, you lose us.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's like a huge boycott. Like, and they're like, Carlton Center, Pitora, And Don Dada's like, I'm not trying to be like unruly, but like, guys, I haven't seen a cent.
Yeah.
And my boys are rocking it. They buy it in every color. I run the streets. Yeah. I run the streets. And
the question that I have is, I understand him knocking on every door.
And there's no contract, by the way. So
I was about to go there.
That's how I saw you were going.
What did you sign?
There's no contract. So apparently it looks like it's starting to seem like they took advantage of him.
But before we say they took advantage, né, what I want to know is, I know there are different ways that these brands would compensate. In some cases,
With merch, they would give him merch. They would give them material, culture.
yeah.
They
So
would give
that
them merch.
what is that called, Gonje? It's called about kaya diaparo or whatever.
Sponsor.
Not sponsor,
It's a
but
collaboration in a way.
yeah. But
but I know
isn't that on its own?
My
like,
friend,
isn't that like saying,
My
okay,
friend.
Rukaya diaparo, that's our deal.
Yeah, that's part of our deal.
You and
Okay.
us as the brand, you as the person that's going to be going out there and marketing this.
look at them. Look at the backpack that he was making. Look, my thing is, if I don't know, you guys, I think also because Kagiso is a bit more law-like when it comes to things like
Yeah.
this. There's a difference when I'm saying, brand ya lona ba ya para because Gugu I rata. I'm saying there is a brand that is running and selling because it has my name on it. That backpack,
True,
has his name on it. DMD Don Dada, like right there at the end. Yeah, at the end, it's a with his signature, guys, like his proper signature, with his handwriting.
But did they make it?
They
for
didn't,
him,
so it looks like-
Or was it for mass production?
So this guy, he gets into the process. They actually said, as a team, they collaborated. Since when a curator culture ya this thing, king into o feeling gore o ka yetsa o smart go shotang ka yona. You understand? Kaya ba ha say less. Kanti isa.
You know, for me, I don't think they took advantage of him. He put himself in a position where he could be.
He didn't know any better.
Nah, but come on, he's been in the game for a while now,
Nah,
and I'm sure he's got
Remember there was a
management.
time. There was a time we had a similar conversation about contracts, and it
Oh, we
goes
were
back
talking
to
about
that.
music and the music
We were talking about
business.
music,
Yeah.
yeah, one ton. So it's the same. Any type of contract that is signed by a person that does not necessarily have either the time to go through it or somebody
It
who's
goes-
going
it
to
goes
represent
void.
him
Yeah.
to say, okay, I will read this for you, and then I'll let you know what this actually says and what you're going to benefit, or let me rather say, what are the pros and cons about this particular contract. So it goes back to Taba Ayoring. He's going to fall into that same thing. Abana statement sao sorry. He's been in the industry. That's true. We cannot deny that.
Sure.
However, no matter how long you've been in the industry, if you are not going through the terms and conditions, you're fucked. You are
So
going
that's
to,
why I am saying that he put himself in a position
you can
where
I don't
he
think
could
so. I
be
feel like
taken-
maybe they were slick guys with this
Nah,
guy.
they can't be. Don Dada has been in the game. The amount of music videos that Don Dada has been part
But
of.
that's the thing. I said last week. I said this thing like he got. I shouldn't try last year. I shouldn't try last. Can try like yes about. To a point is like I'm because it looks like this collaboration started when they had the reality show. Remember, and it was hot.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah. So so this thing it's like, for example, what I want you to guys. I get your points, valid, but here's what I feel like you're missing. Kagiso owns GSL, right? And
Sure.
Kagiso says to me, yo, look, I want to collaborate with you on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kagiso knows more about the game than I do. Let's take that into consideration, right? And then as a business, right? Let's put ethics aside. If I say, oh, I see you like the culture, I see you making my thing very popular, and you have this reality show, I could give you clothes, you know? I give you clothes. And I'm like, yo. And then, because now we close, because we have that relationship. I'm like, I man, you know, I like it, but especially if you could make it so. I think it would be nicer if Nelly so. Serious, Ntwana? Yeah. Ntwana, if you want to get oh, yeah, that would be dope. In that time, he's probably not aware of the power he holds when he did that.
Exactly.
So just because we already had a, what's that word? A rapport.
yeah.
I'm highly likely to get screwed off by Kagiso because my guard is down.
Nah.
But business is not your friend.
Nah.
But I'm saying he was blindsided from the
How
beginning.
He
We-
cannot.
Skalibala also AKA experienced something similar with Reebok.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Where he got pissed off and Utile out of a deal that he had with Reebok. AKA had his own merch, Reebok.
Like AKA line, like a line.
Yeah.
AKA, yeah.
Insane. I thought it was just cruise. That's crazy.
Kale
No,
bana
no,
Kanye West.
Time here, Reebok.
Kanye West also fought with Nike. Anta Yeezy ko Nike isa ko Adidas. Alwana li Adidas no. Anta ko Adidas no. And he's pushing it independent.
No, he's back with Adidas now.
No, he's
he?
not.
Yes.
The last
Yeah, he's
thing I
not. He's
read was
fighting with
telling
them.
he's
His
actually
latest
fighting them.
merch is moving it independent.
He's calling
Maybe
them fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's calling the new merch Adidas fake. Yo, buy it at
The new
knockoff
colorways,
things.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is,
Yo.
if superstars,
Guys, good evening, you know.
and you know what Nike told, what Nike told Kanye West,
And Kanye's pissed off.
because Michael Jordan, 5% from Nike, he makes like 100 million per annum. That was back years ago. So Nike, Kanye's like to Nike, I want the same deal
That
Michael
Jordan
has.
had, yeah.
Nike tells him,
What's
"Oh,
that?
you're not a what do you call a superstar."
Superstar.
I can get the same shit.
Exactly.
What?
Oh,
Like, you know what?
fuck you.
They said that to Kanye West, you're not a
Yeah.
superstar.
No, they bullshitting, bro.
So he leaves. So he leaves. And then,
Ah, ni bamhlanyetsa.
Hey,
No,
Give nonsense, yo.
that's disrespect.
That is disrespect.
but so since I
No
since
way.
le Kanye actually go Adidas lost revenue.
Yeah.
I'm sure they should
I
have.
think close to a
Amusu
couple of
Wavy.
billions. Yeah.
They're
They're suing who?
him. Yeah.
Who's suing who?
Adidas is suing Kanye.
For what now?
Because I think it's
How
because
did
of
you
the
magic
contract
fake?
between
He pulled
and
out
on
fast.
top of suing him, they're selling his merch again.
So they're suing him because we breached the contract.
Yeah,
in
and-
breach
and
of contract.
It's because of what he said at the time of the anti-Semitic.
So like defamation
thing.
vibes.
But it's funny
And
because
then-
they're the ones who sidelined him.
Exactly. They took him out. So they're suing him for the lack of income that they suffered because
They're
of the
not
break.
because they're still pushing the brand much.
So
Yeah, they're
without
not
him
making
in
the
the
same.
I think it's like 100 million.
So
Yeah.
That
so
they're
the
suing
reason keep bringing up AKA and so
Kanye.
it's because if they are much bigger than Don Dada
Yeah.
and they experience something similar, it might not be the same thing, but something similar.
Something very similar.
Who is he without a contract to be demanding?
I just
because
feel like
they
he was
had contracts with
gullible.
those people. Because remember, sometimes for AKA, I don't remember exactly the context behind the breakup, but remember, if it's not moving as well as it's supposed to,
Yeah.
then it's like quote unquote you waluza.
Yeah, it's a loss.
Understand? So like it also needs, were they selling his merch on mass scale or his design? It's your own collab, D&D. Then it's only for you exclusively.
No, na by Ricky, like go shopong, like they DMD go shopping at DMD, like over Carlton Center and stuff. They used to sell it like it was on shelves. That's how the Skhothane were buying it now. So now the Skhothane stopped buying straight line DMD and buying Don Dada DMD. Like that's how big it was.
I mean, you need to go into and check as to what's Allah. Did he trademark Don Dada? Like what's Allah?
He didn't trademark it, guys. He obviously doesn't know these kinds of things, but let's not assume. Let's not assume. But I just feel like the guy was really down wrong. And I don't like I
So
really,
he was making a statement, Gaudi Chaser.
yeah, he was just like, and he
know
tagged
what-
him
you know what's funny about
on
that?
Instagram, and he was just like, I'm done with you.
You know what's funny about him actually burning that, the clothing and everything?
Yeah.
That's their lifestyle.
Shit.
That's their lifestyle.
Shit.
They've always just fucked around with things like Machesa,
Shit.
Matsela di Ultramele, Ikilabanang Zakata Toti, type of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
You're out of